All right. So I want everybody to think of a time when a famous celebrity and or politician admitted that what they were doing, whether it was a hand signal or a music video they made or putting their hand over their eye with the 666, any of these types of things, was Illuminati in origin. They admitted that they were throwing up an Illuminati or satanic hand signal. Do you understand this? The answer to this question is not one time. When Katy Perry made that video Dark Horse, which is loaded with Illuminati symbolism, Egyptian symbolism and Illuminati symbolism, the Eye of Horus, the whole video is Illuminati. And then she went on, I believe, the Grammys and performed a live performance of Dark Horse where she did a ritualistic fire sacrifice where she played a witch. So she did both of these things. Did she say, because this is a girl who got her start as a gospel and Christian singer, did she come out and say, yeah, those both things were Illuminati, Lady Gaga? So many of these singers. In fact, I don't remember a song that I haven't seen something that could be considered Illuminati symbolism as well as in movies and TV shows. And then there's this giant Illuminati symbol on the back of the dollar bill. And this came from the fact that 1/3 of our founding fathers were Freemasons. And the official seal, the American official seal, has this Illuminati pyramid, an Egyptian pyramid, with the capstone and the Eye of Horus. This is a governmental seal. And the official governmental seal of the United States is an Illuminati symbol. And so there it is. Now I go through secret societies. I'll leave a link in the description box if I find this video, made a couple months ago, about actual facts that we know about secret societies, Skull and Bones organization that's produced presidents, all these things, facts. These are not speculation. This is stuff that we know to be factual. And we know that these celebrities are throwing up these hand signals, and they have created what Beyonce calls this Illuminati mess. Stop throwing up these hand signals. Stop doing these types of things in your music videos. The whole Lemonade album is saturated with Illuminati symbolism and mind control-based narratives. I've made multiple videos. There's a link in the description box with a playlist that I have videos about Beyonce and mind control and these things on this YouTube channel. I'm not going to rehash things here. Just briefly, she made an MTV Cribs appearance when she was in Destiny's Child, and she showed that she had a handmade Illuminati bedspread with the capstone of the pyramid and individual pyramids on her pillows. And her fellow band member, singer Kelly Rowland, said that her bed came from the movie The Devil's Advocate. And so Beyonce and Jay-Z, among all these other celebrities, have thrown up multiple Illuminati hand signals and featured these themes in their videos. So they're connected to the Illuminati, which is connected to the United States government, and it is a controlling influence. Whatever you want to say about this. There are secret societies. There are people that conspire, wealthy people that conspire and use whatever you want to call it, demonic energy, dark energy, or just secretive business techniques to undermine the will of the American people and the people worldwide. This is a global movement to control all of us and keep us as slaves. This has been well documented. Okay, so a lot of people said, well, this is actually the African goddess. Here's a headline from Rasta Livewire. This is a online magazine, and here is the headline. It says, Oshun, and I'm not pronouncing this right probably, the African goddess of beauty, love, and prosperity, order, and fertility. And this is from Vibe magazine. Beyonce channels Yoruba goddess Oshun in maternity album. And back to the original article, and it says this. It is said that Oshun is beneficial, generous, and very kind. She does have a malevolent and tempestuous temper, although it is difficult to anger her. And then it goes on to say this. Like Egyptian Isis and later Greek Diana, Oshun is the goddess of love and is widely beloved. And so this person is linking this goddess to Isis. Now, there is no way that Beyonce and her team and her brand would say that that she represents ISIS, because you think about what that would mean in terms of the term ISIS, what it means to the world and what it means to America. And there's no way that she would say she's doing an Illuminati. She's posing as Illuminati goddess. And so they had to come up with a cover story. And they got this goddess. They have this other goddess who is basically another version of ISIS in a different culture nearby to Egypt. And all of these places, if you understand religious texts, if you read all the religious books, the Quran, the Bible, the Mahabharata, all these stories from around the world, all these African stories, you see that a lot of these stories are very, very similar. And even in other places in the world, in South America, there's similar stories between the Druids and the Native American culture. These things spread around. There used to be a global culture, and these stories made it into various religions and things like this. But Beyonce is clearly somebody, when she's throwing up this triangle, this pyramid, and putting her eye through this, she's not doing this for this goddess Oshun. This is an Illuminati activity. The Illuminati have saturated and grabbed a hold of the pop culture and movies and television, these types of things. You can't watch a television show or see any of these things without some of this stuff being there. So of course there's going to be a cover story. They can use a different name, but the energy and the intentions and these things are all the same. Plus there's this relationship with the Statue of Liberty, and America does not have a relationship with Oshun. Oshun's symbols and the symbols from these African religions are not a part of the American dollar. They're not a part of the American culture. And so this is something, and there is, Beyonce's talking about gun violence and Black Lives Matter, and yet she, at, I believe it was a Grammy performance, came out with martial law. They came out with a bunch of armed dancers that were dressed like they were ready for combat gear. And we see this. We know this with both Donald Trump, and again, I'm not a Republican. I didn't vote for Donald Trump. Donald Trump is being used to invoke martial law, and there needs to be division, and racial conflict is a part of that. Not the whole thing. There's going to be racial conflict, and this is a part of Beyonce's Lemonade album, which is very provocative. And you see the racial tensions that are being exhibited across our nation, but that's not all of it. A lot of people are angry, and it isn't just about race, it's about everything. And when there's division and when there's violence, they can bring in martial law, and I've covered that in so many videos. And so there is a purpose here. There is a purpose to these narratives and these performances, and part of them is about a new world order and changing the status quo, which we see developing. And it's working on multi-layers, and it's multifaceted beast, including the Trump presidency, including the Clinton candidacy, and including all these divisive narratives that are going out in the world and riling people up and making them act in a way that they would need to be suppressed and put down by a martial law type of totalitarian society. And this is what they're advocating here. I mean, there's just not much more to see here. We know this is going on. We can see it happening all around us. People are getting angry, and the police are getting armed. The police are armed with military-grade equipment, and you have a riled-up public that is acting in a way that there's going to have to be interventions and forced interventions and a new policy. And we see this being rolled out, not just in America, but across the globe. So this is, again, and I talk about this quite extensively in my book, The Choice. This is something where people have to go within and take responsibility for their lives as a spiritual being, connect to God, the part of them that's God, the soul that's within everybody's heart, connect with God's love, and take responsibility for our problems and our issues, and move forward with gratitude and humility and putting our egos behind us, because this is about people's egos. Beyonce's Lemonade album isn't about empowerment, it's about her brand and about division. Just like Donald Trump's message of Make America Great Again isn't about making America great again, it's about Trump's brand and Donald Trump and his narcissistic personality, all of these things. They're all intertwined and intermingled. This is the year of the ego. You see the ego growing more and more. People are more self-centered and trying to extract their self-esteem and their self-worth from a system that's basically perverted and bankrupt. So again, all these people are liars. We're trained to be liars, all of us. It's a dishonest type of situation where everyone's lying for their personal benefit and getting away from good character qualities and what makes people strong and healthy, connecting a family, building a healthy community, all these things that people have shied away from: hard work, sacrifice, and the idea that we're here to serve a greater good. We're here to serve God. All right, this is Paul Romano reporting from the apocalypse. Everybody have a blessed day.